when you need us, we're there where you need us. With more flights to more major cities in California than any other airline. So the next time you're flying, catch us. We're PSA, and our business is getting you there for yours.
Catch us, PSA, we're saving a seat for you.
Hello everyone, Patrick here, Video Content Manager at FSElite. JustFlight has released their 146 Professional, and we're here to give you our first look at the overall aircraft using prepared version 5.1. Now, I was fortunate to see the similar Avro RJX100 at Manchester International Airport a couple of years ago. Took time to walk around the inside and outside of the aircraft, which is what we're going to do today. Now, since I've been given a preview build of the aircraft, this video will cover the exterior, cockpit, lighting, and the user interface, and part 2 will show the aircraft in operation with the final release build. Now, this will also give me time to further study the operations manual, which is 247 pages long and goes with a 45-page flight management system manual, so you'll have your work cut out for you on studying. This aircraft was designed after the retired British European Airways 146, which is preserved at the de Havilland Aircraft Museum. You not only get the 146-100, but also the 200, 300, then 2 cargo and Royal Air Force variants. Plus, all of that comes packaged with 30 liveries to relive some of the great flights of the past. And from what I can tell, they've done a great job at the exterior modeling on this aircraft. Let's take a look. Now I want to cover the UI that comes with this. It's going to be a little arrow that's up on the upper left. Now if you click this power button, that's going to either give power to the aircraft or make it cold. You also have checklists that you can go through on the next icon. They give you a flight computer. And then the best of all is the interface for everything on the exterior. Now the ground power comes on late, but it's just a wire. Doesn't look like it actually puts a unit. You can open the forward PAX door, the air stairs, which look pretty cool, the side cargo, the aft PAX, the forward service door, the forward cargo, the aft cargo, and the aft service. Now the last button goes to the FMC should you need it through this menu. With the exterior and the user interface out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look inside the cockpit and see if it's equally as good as the outside. Now entering the cockpit with head tracking software going, this gives us a really good perception of a human being actually entering the cockpit and looking around, and it really shows you the spatial distance between things. So looking around on the first officer side up at the overhead, we're going to slide in here and sit down in the first officer position. But so far, everything looks really great and reasonable inside of this cockpit. Let's get in here and get centered with the yoke and have a look around. And so far the performance just sitting here is hovering around 60 frames per second. Now that's without the aircraft running and without it moving, but still a solid frame rate for a cold aircraft. I feel like things were not thrown together with this, so a lot of it looks really good. Hopefully it operates as good as it looks. Now with the daylight, it's also important to check out the night, so we've turned the lights down and let's have a look around the cockpit, see how it looks at night. This can all be adjusted. There is no one setting for the lighting to look like this. You can really customize it with many different knobs around the cockpit. Around the center console, the captain and first officer side have a few, and the overhead has some. They can all be adjusted and dimmed to your liking, but this is what I found I'm most comfortable with. Now during the production of this video, I did receive the final build, so I wanted to show you guys a taxi and takeoff with that build, just to get a glimpse of the looks and the sounds, and also the performance, which seems to be hovering around the low 50s, which is really good for my experience with Prepared. This is coming from, I'm running a 1080 Ti, a 10700K, and 32 gigs of RAM. And also this aircraft is optimized, and the latest 5.1 hotfix has seemed to have been a breakthrough with performance. So all of that together giving us a pretty smooth performance with this aircraft. So we're just going to line up for the takeoff and let you listen to all of that. Hiccup I noticed was this one right here where it stutters on departure, and I think that was more to do with something in the scenery that it was loading that caused that. Otherwise, it's been really smooth, as you can see here. Unfortunately, it's all I can show you today with the preview build. We'll be getting the final build soon, and we'll be using that to make an operations video to show you guys how this plane operates. And like I said, gives me more time to look into the manual and really study up on this plane, because with the price tag of $85 and the complexity that it promises, it deserves a really good and thorough look. So stay tuned for part 2 of that video, and make sure you subscribe to our channel for more so you can catch part 2 of this and the great content that we continue to put out. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, FSElite.net.